Thanks for joining us this evening on TKO8 Local News. The U.S. Geological Survey says another 2.8 earthquake hit the Harrison area last night. The epicenter was in the northeast part of Harrison, about 6 miles north of Bergman. Residents reported feeling their homes shake from Harrison to Protem, Missouri in Ozark County. The latest quake activity follows two larger earthquakes felt Sunday morning, the largest being at a magnitude of 3.6. No injuries or damage has been reported at this time. A number of counties in north central Arkansas are in the major disaster declaration that was approved Thursday by President Trump at the request of Governor Asa Hutchinson. The request is a result of damages due to severe storms, tornadoes, and flooding during the period of April 26th to May 19th. The declaration will allow residents and government bodies in the affected areas who meet certain criteria to apply for assistance. Individual assistance for individuals and households will be available in 13 counties, including Boone and Fulton County. Additional designations may be added to the declaration if requested by the state and warranted by results of further damage assessments. A reported fight on 8th Street in Mountain Home led to a woman being taken to the Baxter Regional Medical Center complaining of chest pains and later arrested on felony drug charges. Police say that when officers responded to the reported fight, they observed two females sitting in a vehicle outside of a residence. While officers attempted to speak with the complainant, one of the females attempted to interfere with the questioning. The female disregarded officers' commands to stop yelling and screaming and was arrested for disorderly conduct. 61-year-old Deborah Patterson was also found with methamphetamine. She was booked and released on a $2,300 bond. 23-year-old Jessica Taylor Bundy, a Bull Shoals, Arkansas woman, has been arrested and charged with a felony count of possession of methamphetamine. Mountain Home Police Chief Kerry Manuel says that during a parole and probation check, officers discovered three females had left the residence for the purpose of purchasing drugs at another location. When the three returned, Jessica Bundy was in possession of a substance believed to be methamphetamine. Bundy was incarcerated in the Baxter County Detention Center with a bond set at $2,500 and released the same day. Well, the Harrison School Board has voted to hire current interim superintendent, Dr. Aaron Hossman, as the assistant superintendent. In May of 2013, the board voted to combine the assistant superintendent position with the technology coordinator position when then Assistant Superintendent Sean Halbrook resigned that position. The new position was filled by Technology Coordinator Susan Gilley, although the board left open the possibility of reinstating the Assistant Superintendent position in the future. Former Superintendent Dr. Mindy Moss resigned in November of 2016 to become superintendent in Joplin, Missouri. The board also voted Monday night to promote current high school assistant principal Jay Parker to principal, replacing current principal Bill Keister, who announced his retirement earlier this year. Stay with us. Be back in a moment. We'll take a look at some headline news from around the region. But first, here's this week's closing livestock report from Sammy Klein, brought to you by Quality Feed Grains of Harrison and Bellefonte.
This is Sammy Klein, Federal State Livestock Market News Service, reporting South North Arkansas livestock auction grain force for Wednesday, June 14th. Cattle receipts 681. Last week, 2,191. Year ago, 736. Compared to last week, feeder steers and bulls mostly $3 to $11 lower, instances $15 lower. Feeder heifers $3 to $8 lower, instances $12 lower. Light or no test in some classes with quality not as good as last week. Slaughter cows steady to $2 higher, slaughter bulls steady to firm. Feeder steers, medium large ones, 450 to 500 pounds, 165 to 168. 5 to 600 pounds, 150 to 166. 6 to 700 pounds, 147 to 152. 7 to 800 pounds, a few at 141 to 143.50. Had a package of 449 pound mixed ones and twos at 164. Feeder heifers, medium large ones, a few 3 to 350s at 155. 4 to 500 pound, 142 to 154.50. 5 to 600 pound, 132 to 140. 6 to 700 pound, 134 to 140. 7 to 800 pound, 127 to 128. Replacement cows, medium large ones and twos, 2 to 7 year old, 900 to 1200, 900 to 1250 pound second and third stage, 1,050 to 1225 per head. First stage are open at 80 to 88. Cow-calf pairs, medium large ones and twos. At a 5-year-old 1,000-pound cow, the 150-pound calf at size at $15.50 per pair. And the 7 to 10-year-old cows, 100 to 300-pound calves at size at $1,100 to $13.75 per pair. Slaughter cows, boners, 63 to 70, high dress 70 to 78.50. Lean, 60 to 67, high dress 68 to 77.50, low dress 55. Slaughter bulls, grades 1 and 2, 1,100 pounds, 87 to 93, high dress 96 to 99.50. That's Market Day. Sammy Pine reporting. Thank you.
Stop and shop.
Happy Father's Day from Edwards Grocery. Celebrate with these savings. Boneless, skinless, best choice chicken breasts, only $4.99. Selected varieties, Hunt's barbecue sauce, only 99 cents. Selected varieties, Turkey Hill original recipe premium ice cream, 2 for $5. Selected varieties, Mrs. Smith's cobbler or flaky crust pies, only $3.99. And pork steaks, only $1.69 per pound in the family pack. The Townhouse Cafe in downtown Harrison is offering a great reason to wake up on Saturday mornings. Their incredible brunch. Starting at 7 a.m., you can enjoy all of your traditional breakfast favorites or some of these decadent dishes. Eggs Benedict, featuring an English muffin topped with ham, 2 eggs, made any way you like, and topped with fresh-made hollandaise sauce. Plus, you'll also get your choice of hash browns or home fries. Perhaps something even more delectable. Townhouse Cafe's fabulous U.S. farm-raised butterfly trout grilled with a drizzle of hollandaise sauce, 2 eggs any way you like, hash browns or home fries, and either a biscuit or toast on the side. Absolutely delicious. Saturday brunch at the Townhouse Cafe in downtown Harrison.
Hello, this is Michelle from Nature's Wonders. Are you trying to get out and take in these beautiful days, but find that you end up sneezing, itching, and getting all sorts of bites or rashes? Don't let outdoor allergies, bugs, or poisonous plants keep you from enjoying all that the Ozarks has to offer this season. Stop in at Nature's Wonders and let us show you the products we carry that can help with the challenging parts of nature so that you can enjoy all the wonders. Find us on Highway 65 just down from Thompson's Ace Hardware. Nature's Wonders, the natural living store.
A federal jury has cleared a retired Little Rock police lieutenant of accusations that he used excessive force in punching a man in the face outside a restaurant nearly 6 years ago. David Hudson was recorded on camera punching John Irwin 7 times in rapid succession as he held Irwin by the collar on October of 2011. The video was viewed thousands of times on social media, and Irwin's face was swollen and cut after the incident. A Pulaski County judge later dropped the misdemeanor charges of resisting arrest against Irwin and a friend for procedural reasons. The jury deliberated for about 2 hours before unanimously deciding the amount of force Hudson used was reasonable. Hudson is currently a Pulaski County Circuit bailiff. ExxonMobil Corporation has settled a lawsuit over a 2013 pipeline spill that dumped tens of thousands of gasoline and crude oil into an Arkansas neighborhood. Attorneys representing 64 families announced the settlement on Thursday. They say terms will remain confidential. Exxon says that it is committed to paying for the cleanup but wouldn't comment on the settlement specifics. Government attorneys have said that the rupture caused more than $57 million in property damage to the subdivision in Mayflower. Construction is expected to begin on March of 2018 for a planned $1 billion pulp mill in Arkadelphia, Arkansas. Stephen Bell, who is the president and CEO of Arkadelphia Regional Economic Development Alliance and Area Chamber of Commerce, told the Quorum Court members that the mill will be built along US 67 across from the Clark County Industrial Park. Bell says the work is now in the pre-engineering permitting stages, with construction planned to begin next March. The plant will take 2 years to build and require up to 2,000 workers during the construction phase. Governor Asa Hutchinson says he hopes that a task force will recommend changes to Arkansas's tax code and will also look at a proposal that failed in this year's legislative session to require online retailers to collect and remit state sales tax. Hutchinson told the Arkansas Municipal League on Thursday that he wants the issue to be considered by the legislative task force, which is expected to deliver preliminary recommendations later this year and final ones next year on overhauling the state's tax codes. A bill backed by Hutchinson to require online retailers to collect and remit sales taxes failed in the State House earlier this year. Well, officials in an Arkansas county have to plea for courthouse visitors. Please stop urinating in the elevator in Craighead County. Officials hope that the new security cameras will deter the steady stream of culprits who have been relieving themselves in the courthouse elevator in Jonesboro. Maintenance workers say the problem has persisted for years, even though the restrooms are only about 25 feet from the elevator. Officials say that the cameras installed last fall have caught 3 men in the act, one of whom has been cited for disorderly conduct and fined $150. A third instance was recorded Monday, and county officials say they plan to issue another citation. Before we take a look at the weather forecast as we move into the weekend, here's the way the stock market ended the week. Some unstable air has created showers and thunderstorms, kind of on again, off again, over the last few days. Same thing happened early this morning, and in the early morning hours till about midday. Of course, then the sun came out, the humidity came up, and we wound up with an afternoon temperature of about 88 degrees. Pretty muggy out there. Boy, it's going to get hot tomorrow, though. Get ready. Summertime in the Ozarks. Looks like Saturday under partly cloudy skies, high humidity up to 91, maybe even 92 degrees by mid-afternoon on Saturday. Sunday, we do have thunderstorms in the forecast and cooler temperatures, at least for one day. Looks like about 76 degrees as a cold front moves through the area on Sunday, bringing us 90% chance of rainfall for most of the viewing area. But as you can see, much cooler temperatures. But as we kick off the work week on Monday, the warm-up begins. Sunny skies on Monday, 85 degrees. Tuesday, 90 degrees under sunny skies, and partly cloudy skies on Wednesday, about 91 degrees. So maybe one day of cool temperatures, some much needed rain, even though we had a lot of rain early in the spring. Right now, the surface needs some moisture, even though the groundwater and water tables are still very high. Stay with us. Be back in a moment. We'll take a look at sports from around the region as TKO8 News continues.
Hello, this is Michelle from Nature's Wonders. Did you know that you're awesome? Well, we do. That's why on Friday, June 23rd, we'll be celebrating how awesome you are and how much we appreciate you with a customer appreciation sale. June 23rd from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., you will receive 10% off your entire purchase, no exclusions. To add to the fun, there will be lots of giveaways, samples, and entertainment going on. Come celebrate with us Friday, June 23rd at Nature's Wonders and get savings just for being awesome. Thank you for your business. See you at the sale.
Many things have changed over the years, and so has auto body repair. Even though Ozark Auto Body has been in business for over 30 years, they continue to change with the times. They believe protecting the environment is important and have done so by using environmentally friendly waterborne paint from PPG. This aligns with the technology used by original manufacturers and gives you a lifetime limited warranty. Quality PPG waterborne paint, ASC certified personnel, plus 24-hour towing service. Ozark Auto Body in Harrison, always taking pride in excellence.
Crystal clear mountain streams, river rapids, and rolling hills with endless valleys. The beauty of the Ozarks we often take for granted. At Magnus Toyota, we never underestimate the value of our customers. As a third-generation family-owned business, Magnus Toyota has been operating here in the Ozarks for over 50 years. When we make a new deal, we make a new friend. Stop in and visit us today and see why our customers say we're the best. Magnus Toyota, your hometown Toyota dealer on Highway 65 North in Harrison.
My name is Nikki. I work at Dental Creations on the Square in Harrison, and I'm a dental assist. We're the first faces that the patients see. We get them through the paperwork process, explain what's going on, and just let them know step by step what to expect, and you get to see them throughout the whole process. We want our patients to be happy, we want them to be comfortable, and that's really what it's about, getting the best results while making great relationships with people.
Dental Creations on the Square in Harrison, next to the Big Red Boot.
Lorenzo Cain and Alex Jordan hit solo home runs, and the Kansas City Royals picked up their 5th consecutive victory, defeating the Los Angeles Angels 7-2 Thursday night. The streaking Royals have been getting it done with power clubbing of 14 homers in their unbeaten stretch so far. And Keon Broxton and Eric Thames homered to lift the Milwaukee Brewers to a 6-4 victory over the St. Louis Cardinals on Thursday night. Broxton drilled the first pitch he saw 489 feet into the left field seats to tie the game at 2 apiece in the second inning. It is the longest home run in Busch Stadium's 3-year history and the second longest this season in the major leagues. Chiefs quarterback Alex Smith began his offseason lamenting a loss to Pittsburgh in the playoffs and then watched Kansas City draft his heir apparent in the first round and cut one of his favorite options. Smith says that to say it's been a difficult few months would be an understatement, but he remains optimistic about the upcoming season. And former NHL winger Craig Berdu has been hired as the assistant coach for the St. Louis team, along with 2 others completing the staff under coach Mike Yeo. Berdu, who played for 5 different teams during his 17-year NHL career, spent the last season as a head coach of the American Hockey League's Chicago Wolves. In addition to Berdu, the Blues hired Daniel Tretz as an assistant, along with David Alexander as the goalkeeping coach. Sean Horseman Jr. will drive 3 Xfinity Series races for Team Penske this summer. Hornish will drive the number 22 Discount Tire Mustang at the Iowa Speedway on June 24th and July the 29th. He will also race Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course on August the 12th. His most recent Xfinity Series victory came back in 2016 while driving for Joe Gibbs Racing in Iowa. Well, that wraps up our broadcast here for this evening. Thanks for joining us. Join us Monday through Friday at 6:30 and again at 10 p.m. as we continue to bring you local news, weather, sports, and local announcements from around the area on Harrison's broadcast station, TKO Channel 8. Now stay tuned for more local events around the viewing area. We hope you have a real wonderful and a cool weekend. We'll see you again on Monday at this same time.
James MacGyver.
Don't tell me you know how to make a bomb out of a stick of chewing gum.
Why, you got some?